Hello, everybody. Take my pick out of my mouth. Doesn't taste too bad, but it's not time to eat picks. Bad habit, I guess. I don't know. I put it in my mouth whenever I'm not doing something with my hands on the guitar. Or I am doing something with my hands on the guitar that does not require the pick. Anyway, I got things changed around. And you might hear that. That is this. Let me make this big so you can see it better. Right there. There. That's pretty fair. Anyway, this is my new sound interface. I took Dave Levine's advice and stopped using my Focusrite after the fiasco that happened. It had a hardware fault in the original one. Crashed my computer, and then I worked with them for about a week going back and forth. They found that, okay, it does have a hardware fault. It's not anything on the software side. I sent it back. They sent me a new one, and it's now hooked up, but it does not work correctly. Something happened to the computer when the Focusrite made it crash. Nolly won't work right anymore. I have uninstalled, reinstalled, put a fresh installation of Windows, just over and over and over again. Trust me, I've spent hours trying to fix it, and I can't. So Dave Levine suggested I just use this as a mic interface because I can put two mics in it, which will give me stereo capability for microphones. Technically, my sound interface is also stereo, but I haven't delved into that yet. What I did was I bought a Mustang II V.2 used from Facebook Marketplace. I found a really good one. It was in great shape. A couple of nicks on the Tolex from being moved around, but they're literally tiny nicks. And these are going, if you could find one new, they're going for about $2.50. Now I got this for $100.50, and all I had to do is dust it off and clean it, wipe the dust off of it basically. Downloaded Fuse, which sadly is no longer supported by Fender, so you can't. That's why you notice it says down here that I'm not logged in. Right here. I can't log in because I can't create an account because Fender doesn't support this anymore. They've moved on to, can't remember what the new one's called, but anyway, it's for the GTs, the GTXs, the LT25s, etc. Their new line of amplifiers. But this is great. I plugged it in after I downloaded the program and got it installed, and it immediately saw the words. I've been super busy. Come on, word. USB. There it is. Hooked up the USB. It immediately said, hey, you got to download fresh firmware because yours is outdated. So I had it do that, went through that installation process, which is super simple. It was easy. And then once that was done, I went into Sounds and enabled it as a recording device. And it now resides in Voicemeeter, as I'm using Voicemeeter. It now resides in input 5 as internal aux jack Mustang amp. I still have the Focusrite set up with all of the Audio inputs. 1 is separated from 2, 2 separated from 1, etc. So there's 4 individual inputs, so I can still use this if I want to. I'm hoping to be able to use this as an interface for my keyboards. We'll find out. I'm going to do the MIDI and the keyboard. The keyboard's just going to plug in through one of the inputs, probably number 3. And then the MIDI controller that I have back here, you can just barely see the end of it right there. I'm going to hook up through the Focusrite MIDI interface, and I hope that works. We'll find out. That's for another day. But right now, I'm excited because I can play my guitar. I can play it all day long, and I can hear it in the headphones. It's probably louder in my headphones than it is in the mix here, but it sounds fantastic. I'm gonna go back to the amp real quick. This is my personal mix, my clean I love this particular one. We're not to that part of the story yet. I have this on the advanced amp, which allows me to change USB gain. Some have a master volume. This Fender Deluxe doesn't. Anyway, it's a 57 Fender Deluxe, and I love the sound of this with a 412 cabinet. As you can change cabinets and all that stuff. Typical emulated amp, but it sounds good. It's nice and clean. You can play with the bias if you want to make it play hotter. I don't know. I just use the gain and the volume, and that works just fine. I don't have real tubes to hurt, but yeah, I don't need to run the tubes hotter or cooler to make this work. It is exciting. Now let me just randomly do something here. I have found on the Fuse forums, Fuse is, as I said, no longer supported, but a guy took the time to gather up thousands of presets from Mustang and Mustang 1 and Mustang 2 users. There's some that are just, I don't understand this, 6 lines, 12 strings. I don't know. These are all user created. Here's another 12-string twin D with some pitch. Who knows? I don't know. But these are all presets. Some don't work. They're apparently got corrupted over the time, but still, there are like 9,000 files. These files are pretty small. We go up one here, the entire archive, which is the download that you can do a partial too, but I just chose to get them all. You go to properties, 9,765 files in here. Now, had I done this, I would have set it up with subfolders so that you had genre stuff. So when you open this up, I can't get no satisfaction. It's not that song, it's that sound, the guitar sound that they used in this run. Then there's some fun ones, transphasers and just goofy stuff. Let's Stick Together, Synth of Legends, AC/DC, more 12-string stuff, 57 Deluxe Basic, which, I mean, I don't know why you need to save that preset because it already exists. But anyway, there are thousands of them. Hendrix, Fuzz Machines, the Claw, Thick and Clean, Princeton, Twin Reverb, and these are some of the amps that are in here anyway. But when you change one, I'll just take from, this is my own little clean thing that I did with the reverb, Dude's Deluxe, and then I have one that has a modulation, rack-mounted modulation unit in there, touch wah and some other fuzz stuff. It's kind of fun. But like this one here, change it over, it's instant and it's done. I didn't really understand why it was like it is. So change it. Hear it? Changing. Change level. Okay. Now you gotta try chorus modulator in there. I don't know why you want your guitar to sound like this. Maybe you're making an alien movie and you want. I don't know. Anyway, but it's different. And if you change a setting on here, you can save it here, or if you don't save it and you just go to open a different one, because that was fun to play with, but I'm done. You can go to Space Alien Blues. I hope this is coming through for you guys so you can enjoy the sounds. Bright setting. Let's see if I can. that's just with the amp on its normal. This one has a master volume. Okay. And I don't know if you can hear me over the amp anymore, but it also has a USB gain. Yeah, somebody made this preset. It's already done. I just looked it up. Almost trowerish. I hope this sounds good as far as clarity goes. I know it may not sound good, but when I go to review the video and edit it, I hope that it comes out of there. Now, there's some things I don't know about. This sag, which is the difference between power output of the amp. I read up on it. I don't know what it is. And this particular preset, they played with the bias, so you can do that. They have a noise gate on here, which is great when I'm running the Glarecaster, but I don't need that with the Buckers. I don't know what they're, not humbuckers, but the other burst buckers. There it is, burst buckers that came on this Epiphone. I don't need that. I don't need this. I can turn this off. It makes no difference at all. So I can go here and turn it off. It sounds exactly the same because there's no. I don't need the canceling. So, and I don't know, when I play the Glarecaster, I kind of expect that 60 cycle hum to be in there. It's part of the sound for me, if that makes sense at all. When I'm in the single phase of it, it just sounds like it's supposed to sound. But this has your normal controls. Forgot how much sustain this has. You get your normal controls: treble, mid, and bass, volume, gain. You can this particular amplifier obviously has some kind of a modulator in it, which is turned off. If I turn on the modulation right here, you can hear it. Now let me bring the level up. Hear it? Let's go a little deeper. Faster. Play with the delay. It's kind of fucking cool. I actually like the sound of the amp without the modulation. I like everything they did on here, but I'm not crazy about that modulation with the tri-chorus thing. That's just weird. So it's off most of the time if I use this particular one. But yeah, it's great. It was easy. It was simple. It works. OBS sees it and uses it. It works great. I'm still learning how to use OBS. Maybe I'll get with Mitch. Hi, Mitch. If you see this video, I could use some OBS advice, because you're always playing with the OBS things. You do so much with this that I don't even understand. But I'm getting there, piece at a time. But this is definitely better than what I was doing trying to fight with the new Focusrite. Like I said, couldn't get archetype Nolly. I can still use archetype Nolly for me personally. I can play it, sounds great. The amps in it, the emulators, fantastic. But no matter how I set it, no matter what I tell it to look at, whether I use the ASIO or I use anything else, it does not play through OBS. It appears that it is. It comes up and you can quote. You can see it on the meter when you strike the guitar, but when you play it back, there's no crunch, there's no reverb, there's nothing. There is absolutely nothing. It's just the sound of the guitar, which, I mean, it's okay, but I kind of want the amp effects, the pedals, and the rack mount things, and this kind of stuff. So I'm thinking it's pretty cool. It was pretty easy. I'm going to review this. If it turned out okay, I'm going to post it up for people to look at, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope you're as happy about me having sound again as I am I can start doing my videos on my progress from my practicing. Clearly you haven't seen anything for weeks because it's been at least, I don't know, a month and a half fighting with this sound. I think I was in the 7th week. I think it was in the 7th week the last time that I posted anything before my sound screwed up on me. And I am now in my 11th week. I'm almost at 3 months. No, 10th week. Sorry. This is my 10th week. I'm doing some new things. I'm still struggling. My memory is terrible. For those of you that don't know, I have memory issues, and I don't remember things like I used to. I don't know if I would call it Alzheimer's, because I still remember people and events and things like that, but when I'm trying to learn something new, my short-term memory is garbage. It takes a long time before I start remembering things, like memorizing the fretboard notes. Like G, C, G, F sharp, C, D sharp, no, C sharp, D sharp, and E. I'm getting better, but it's slow. I don't want Dave to fire me as a student. Dave, if you see this, please don't fire me as a student. I'm playing more. I play every day. I sit here and I watch you guys on YouTube doing your things, or bring up backing tracks, or watch a movie, and I'm sitting here just. That's never happened before. Just playing. I don't know very many songs. I know a few. And just a quick update. That is my assignment now. Currently, I'm working on trying to memorize the fretboard. Get one string at a time. Just so he says, okay, string 6 C, string 6 F sharp, string 1 F sharp. Of course, is going to be the same position. Or played around with Hot Rod Lincoln a little bit. I found his name is he was in Commander Cody's band when they did Hot Rod Lincoln. He was the guitarist. Man, was he young. He's not now. None of us are. But I love that song. It's so fun. I can't do it at speed yet, but I got confused there for a minute, and this end part is a pain in the ass. Anyway, I know it's really slow, but I'll get there. That end part, I had to watch that probably 12 times to get that little rhythm that he does down. And this part where it goes that third phase. This had me way confused because I watched somebody else do it and they did it wrong. They were teaching it the wrong way. The notes were correct, but they weren't teaching it the way he played it, and that's what I wanted to do. But when I went to here, and then into that little other thing. But yeah, it's fun. I'm loving it. I'm loving what I'm doing. I leave in 2 weeks for Montana, my bike ride, scooter ride. I call them scooters. Anything with 2 wheels is a scooter to me if it's motorized. I've been working for the better part of 9 months on an old 81 GL 1100 gold dress that I'm gonna take off and go to Montana and camp. It's gonna be fun. I'm scared, but it's gonna be fun. The delay is so subtle. Hope you can hear that. It ain't perfect, but I did that one day, just messing around. I had this kind of a setup on the amp, and I went, wait, that's AC/DC. I don't know that part. I haven't figured it out yet. I will. It's fun. I'm playing guitar. Sue me. I don't care. I haven't got anything anyway. I got an amp that's worth about $100 and a computer that's apparently hurt somewhere inside from the Focusrite crashing. That's a little update on me, dude, the Falcro, Richard Cranium, asshole. I have a lot of names. I have a lot to do, so I'm gonna get out of here, review this, and then if it's okay, if you can hear the differences in the guitar and I sound all right, I always look stupid anyway, then I'll post it up, and you guys will get to experience it and comment and say things. I'll do a proper video with what I'm actually working on with the thing. I more wanted to announce my sound and show the differences and how well this little amplifier is working for me. So thank you all for listening. As always, comments are always appreciated. I learn every time somebody comments. So stay smooth, and I'll see you in a video soon.